Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaki and today I'm making a very exciting announcement. So as you can see by the title, I am going to be hosting something in 2019 called the John GREEN-A-THON, where every month or so, me and a few of my friends, and you if you want to join in, are going to be either reading or discussing a John Green book. As well as this, I'm going to be reviewing every single book that we read, so I can have a total of John Green reviews here on my channel. If you don't want to read with us, you can always just watch those spoiler-free reviews. If you are interested in joining in the John GREEN-A-THON, then you can carry on watching for further details. So there isn't enough books in like John Green's kind of published works for us to do a book every single month, so I have spread them out over a couple of months, but I think every month where we're not reading something, for example if we're reading stuff in January, then we will have a live show or a discussion on February, and then we'll read in March, and then so on and so forth. So the first instalment of the GREEN-A-THON will be in January 2019 and we will be reading Turtles All the Way Down. I decided to pick this one out because no one that I know in the friendship group that we're like doing the readathon in has read this, and I thought we might as well kick off the readathon with something that we haven't read before rather than going through all the rereads and then coming back to this one. It is the newest ones of John Green's books and I just feel like it's quite like January cover. So if you didn't know, Turtles All the Way Down is basically about Aza, who I think has OCD and anxiety, and her friend Daisy basically are pursuing the mystery of a billionaire called, I can't remember his name, Russell Pickett. What a name. Aza's story of her trying to figure out the whirlwind spiral that is her thoughts. That is a really bad description of this book. I did like it. It's not my favourite John Green book, unfortunately, but maybe this reread will change my mind. I'm going to be setting up a kind of John GREEN-A-THON Twitter page, so I'll leave that linked below, and you can get any like updates from there. But the live show / video discussion will be in February. I haven't decided when we're going to work that out, so go ahead and follow the Twitter page so you can get some info about that. For March, we will be reading Will Grayson. The reason why I picked this one for March is just because it looks like a very springy read. I feel like this is a very spring colour. To me, the pastel lilac purpley colour really reminds me of spring. So this book is basically about two boys called Will Grayson, and on one night they both run into each other knowing that they have the same name, and they are basically from two different pasts, two different worlds, and they become really unlikely friends and basically help each other with all of the hardships that they have in life. And I just really love this. It was really cute, really awesome, and I really can't wait to reread it since I've reread other books of John Green's too many times, and I think it's time to give all of the rest of them a chance. The live show / discussion of Will Grayson will happen in April of 2019. Again, not sure when. I'm not sure if it'll be a live show or an actual video, but you can go ahead and follow the John GREEN-A-THON Twitter page, which I will be creating literally after I make this video. So go ahead and check that out. There will be a whole thread and more information that I've possibly missed in this very unplanned video. In May, we will be reading An Abundance of Catherine. I decided to pick this for May. It's all surrounding maths and problems and stuff like that, and it's some people's least favourite John Green book. I feel like May is the time for exams, and you might have a maths exam, and people don't usually like exam season, so I decided to put An Abundance of Catherine's in because people don't like exams and people don't really tend to like this one, but I do, I really do, and I can't wait to reread it. This is basically about Colin, who has dated a lot of Catherines in his time. He is always dumped by these said Catherines, 19 times in fact. So he goes on a road trip, another reason why it's a kind of almost summer book because it's road trip, but we'll get into that in a minute. He goes on a road trip with all of his friends with loads of money and no Catherines in sight. Colin is on a mission to prove his theorem of Catherines and the predictability whether the relationship will last between him and a certain Catherine or not. I can understand why people wouldn't like this. I don't even like maths. I passed it after the 6th time of taking it, but I just love Colin's character and all the Catherines that he dates. It's really interesting, and yeah, this is one is for May. This live show for An Abundance of Catherine will be in June. Undecided of the dates, times, blah blah, but you can find more on the Twitter page. In July, we will be reading Paper Towns. So I do pick Paper Towns for July because it is a kind of road trip novel, which I think that most people will enjoy to read contemporary road trip novels in the summer, which is why we're reading it in July. To me personally, I see this more as a winter book because of the cover, but at the end of the day, it's not all about covers, it's about the story inside, and I feel like that makes more sense to then just be like, it's winter because of the cover. So this is all about Quentin, who has always loved this girl called Margot ever since he can remember. He's always been looking at her from afar. So when she calls him up to her room, to her house, to have a road trip of a lifetime, he can hardly wait. But the next day, Quentin turns up to school to go on this said road trip, and Margot is nowhere to be seen. She has left clues for her disappearance that Quentin has to kind of piece together to try and find her and work out the mystery of what has happened to Margot. I'm gonna be honest, this is my least favourite John Green book, and I'm gonna try and not project that right now, but I thought I would tell you just in case you were wondering. I'm really kind of excited to reread this and see if my opinions have changed in my young adult life, because I read this when I was a teenager and might not have fully appreciated the moral codes or decoded it in a way that was good, that other people found interesting. The live show / discussion for Paper Towns will be in August, sometime in August of 2019. Again, check the Twitter page. In September, we will be reading Looking for Alaska. I decided to pick Looking for Alaska as a September read because this story is all about a boy coming of age and going to a new boarding school, and because September for the UK, a new term, so I thought it would make sense for us to be going through academic beginnings and changes in real life, as well as reading about them as well. So this, as I said, is about Miles, who goes to a boarding school after being in public school for a long time. He's really obsessed with famous people's last words when they die, and he finds it very ironic when he finds one that's really, really good. So that follows him and how he kind of fits into the boarding school. He meets the I can't say that word. He meets Chip and he meets a girl called Alaska and Takumi, and he kind of slides himself into the unpopular popular people, if that makes sense. I can't really give too much away about this book, but it is very sad, it's very philosophical, and it is one of my favourite books of all time. Not just of John Green's, because obviously so, but it's the book. It's the book for me. The live show for Looking for Alaska will be held in October. Check the Twitter. In November, we will be reading The Fault in Our Stars. I haven't read this in a very long time, and I'm so excited to reread this. Honestly, I really am. I decided to pick this for November because it didn't really fit anywhere else, and I feel like it's very wintry, winter-esque, and I believe that's around the time that I read it, when I very first read it, so I'm going to be getting all of the nostalgic feels, and my hair matches the cover. So The Fault in Our Stars, if you haven't seen the movie, is basically about a girl called Hazel who is diagnosed with cancer, and she's trying to like fight cancer, and it's her journey basically, and she meets this guy called Gus, and he is someone who has recovered from cancer, who introduced her to a whole new load of people and new adventures, and we ship them so hard, and I cried like a bitch at this book. No spoilers, but yeah, that's what The Fault in Our Stars is about. The live show / discussion will be held for The Fault in Our Stars in December, not sure when. You know what to do. And finally, in December, we will be reading Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. I picked this for December for obvious reasons. Let It Snow, cough cough. Let It Snow is full of Christmassy short stories. There's 3 of them by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. It is such a cute little book. I read it only once, and again, I've read Looking for Alaska 11 times. I think his other books deserve a little bit of recognition. The live show for Let It Snow will be happening also in December, as well as The Fault in Our Stars one. I think The Fault in Our Stars one will be early December, and then we'll read Let It Snow, and then at the end of the year we'll have a show for Let It Snow. That's really weird sentence. So there is my big announcement for my John GREEN-A-THON, which will be happening over the course of 2019. If you want to be featured on a live stream, please just let me know as and when I ask for people. If I do, make sure to follow the Twitter page and to keep up to date with all of the things this readathon has to offer. If you've never read a John Green book, if you're looking to read all of them, this is the readathon for you, and I really hope that this reaches more than a few people, because I really would like everyone to join in. Live streams will be held on this channel on YouTube, so it's accessible to anybody if we do a live stream. I think I can coax Waverley into doing a live stream with me. I'm not sure about the rest of everybody, but it will definitely be on this platform so everyone can watch. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash the thumbs up and subscribe, and make videos like bookish videos every single Tuesday on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye! You've got a face for a smile, you know. A shame you're wasted when you're breaking me slowly. But I've got a word